Today we're doing twosum. So given an array of integers nums and an integer target, we need to return the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to target. We can assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and we may not use the same element twice to get to that target. We can also return the answer in any order. So if we're given this array and the target 9, we know to return 0 and 1 because these two numbers add up to 9, and that's their indices. For 3, 2, 4, we would return the indices 1 and 2 because 2 and 4 add up to 6, and we can't use 3 twice. So instead of using a for loop to go through our numbers like 3, 2, and 4 with the target 6, and going through 3 and checking it against 2 and then 4 and realizing they add up to 5 and 7, and then 2 checking against 3 and then not itself, and then 4, we're going to use a dictionary to essentially hold the complement to the number at that index that would reach the target. So that means we can, when we're adding items to the dictionary, we're setting the key to the target minus the number at that point and setting it to the index of that number. So we'll start off with our dictionary, which is going to be our complements in their indexes. And essentially when we're adding items to this dictionary, we're adding the key as the target minus the number at that point in the array. So we're going to need a for loop. I is less than nums dot length I plus plus. So when we're adding to the dictionary, we are setting the key to the target minus the number at that point and setting it to the index. So that means we can, for a later number in the dictionary, we can check if that number exists in the dictionary and know the index that complements the target. So essentially what we could do is slowly build up this dictionary, and if the dictionary already has our value, we will do a try get which would be nums I, and then it would out the index. Otherwise, we just add that value to the dictionary and return our empty string at the end if we can't find anything, which it should never get here because there should exactly be one solution. Cool. Awesome. Beats 98% of solutions.